11:32 p.m. You're on my mind, like a blood stain on satin sheets. You can't wipe it away with turpentine. Oh, I feel breathless, hopeless, and unsure. Cold feet, full belly, does it really feel good? Feel good to be home, 'cause I'm wishing away, baby, Los Angeles. Yes, I'm wishing away, baby, Los Angeles. Oh, wishing away, tripping over cobblestones.
We are back.
We are back.
Sandy. It's the Sandy and Bryant show.
Thank you for joining us. Make sure you like, subscribe, and do all of the things. Tell all of your friends. We still don't really have a show name yet.
Not really. We just kind of throw everything up against the wall, and it's just like Bryant and Sandy and Bryant, and we just got to go with it.
Yeah. I think it'd be a good idea, like, if when we are able to, like, get an audience that understands us, I think it would be a fun thing to let them tell us what they think our name should be.
That's a great idea.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
And then you get a sense of what people really think of you.
Yeah, because be careful what you ask
for. Which brings me to my point.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, okay, so I was thinking about it today, and I thought, I get excited when we do these things because, well, I'm in the stage of life I'm asking myself why. Why do I feel the way that I feel? So, like, when I was thinking about coming here and doing this with you tonight, I was excited, and I thought, like, I get excited because we can actually talk. You're my friend. I can talk to you, and I don't have to have, like, fear of judgment. I don't have to worry about whether or not you're going to get mad at something I say.
Never.
And you know where I'm coming from.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know me, you've known me for so long, and I could say just about anything to you, I think.
You could.
And you would not judge me. And that is a very rare thing.
You should hear the conversations we talk about off camera.
No, they shouldn't. No,
Behind the scenes. That'd be part of our Patreon.
Oh, yeah. We'll do a late show for that.
Yeah. That's the VIP section.
Exactly. You have to pay a subscription. $1.99.
Yeah, because it's real juicy.
Yeah. But it's it. So it is like us doing this. I kind of just think that the reason there's microphones here is because I think we know that other people struggle with some of the same things that we do, but we're willing to talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm willing to be really honest, and I'll be as honest as I know.
You always are.
I don't know what to do other than I want to talk to my friend about what's going on and how I'm feeling and not be judged. But, if y'all judge me, then please just do it carefully because I'm fragile sometimes. Not all the time, just sometimes.
Well, I have an idea, and what you guys don't know is that Sandy does, well, if you check out our Instagram, there's one video on there, but Sandy does this thing called Car Chronicles, and she would just talk to me just in random. It's very addictive.
Oh my gosh.
Very true, very addictive. Now, I won't put that on because some of the stuff is obviously
some
personal.
of it is just like, I got to tell Bryant because I know your schedule, and so I don't know what you're doing, so I just record myself telling you things.
They are great, let me tell you.
I mean, I've done that now for a couple of years, off and on, just, thinking about things and it would be interesting, honestly. I would like to see some of them because I know. I
have them all.
Do you?
Every one of them.
Basically, it's just me trying to figure out life and just calling Bryant, recording a thing so that Bryant, whenever he, because he's got 45 million jobs, whenever he like, surfaces and is able to connect, then he always is responsive so fast. But sometimes you can't text that stuff.
No, it's too in detail and too long.
It is. And I want you to hear my voice because I'm okay most of the time. But like if I type out exactly what's going on in my head and you don't know the mood that I'm in, there's ways to be like, oh gosh, is this a 911? Is she crying out for help? Like, what is she doing? But if you see my face, I'm fine. I'm put together maybe, sometimes not so much.
Yeah, you definitely put together.
I mean,
Sandy, very attractive woman, downplays her looks. I boost up her looks, because she's a very attractive woman. But you're so humble. But it's good. I like the transparency and the honesty, and they don't be that long. Maybe 2 to 3 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah. I try to get to the point, even though I'm a Gemini and I talk a lot.
Oh, that's fine. Gemini, some of the best people on the planet are Gemini.
Oh, thanks.
Prince was a Gemini.
Yes. We're very creative people.
Yes. Mm-hmm. So that's good.
Yes. And so therefore, I guess that's part of the creativity where I'm like, I need to set the scene.
Mm-hmm.
I like to set the scene and let you know exactly like where I'm coming from. So it's nice though to be able to have that safe friend that is not going to judge you and not going to think differently of you if you tell them some of the crazy things that go on up in this head of mine. So I'm thankful for that, and I was excited because, we may not reach a lot of people, but I think the people we're going to reach is people that struggle with some of the same kind of things that we struggle with every single day, And if we just reach one that finds humor in it or finds anything in it, any kind of nugget or gem or anything, that'd be fantastic. Tell us what it is so that we know.
That's funny you should say that. So do you think that, mental, I don't like to say necessarily mental illness, but mental challenges is, challenge? Mm-hmm. Is that more apparent now more than ever before?
So much more.
Because I see it.
Yeah.
On a personal level with other people.
Yes. People don't interact the same. But I will tell you, one thing that I think is an amazing thing that is happening right now is that people are trying to get to the root of problems. They want the truth. And they're truth seekers. I'm a truth seeker. I've always been that way. My human design is that way. I am a natural investigator. And so I want to know, good, bad, or ugly, I want to know what the truth is. And I think more and more people are starting to actually feel that way. They can handle the truth, whatever the truth is. Just give it to me. So, mental health, I think, has really shifted a little bit with COVID and us being so isolated from each other. We couldn't communicate with each other. So we had to dig a little bit deeper into ourselves. I know that's what happened for me. I started unlearning a lot of things through COVID and spending time by myself and not having like constant distractions of work. Mm-hmm. And so I think that when that happened, I think a lot of things shifted. And I think it's been a good thing for a lot of people. I think it's been a bad thing for some. But the resources that are around now with TikTok and with Instagram and with positive affirmations and more people coming out with so many different ways to help regulate you, I think it's getting to a point to where people will ask for help. And so we're recognizing that mental health is not negative. It's not anything that you should be judged for. It's something you should really be applauded for when it comes to knowing when you're not okay. Mm-hmm. And being brave enough to say it, even if it is just to your best friend. Because if they are your best friend, they're going to be like in it with you saying, here's this affirmation, or, Mm-hmm. So your circle matters for sure. Who you surround yourself with matters. And that's one thing that I have figured out through COVID, through counseling, EMDR, tapping, breathing, yoga, somatic exercises.
Oh my God.
I mean, I don't know how far you want to go with this, Brian, but like I have gone through the gauntlet.
Yeah.
And constant podcasts and just trying to elevate my level of thinking while unlearning so many things that kind of came like almost like a pre-recording for me. I mean, it's almost like I was so programmed before, and to get back to where that program started meant going all the way back into my childhood.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not a parental blame thing. I do energy work too with massage therapy, and I see on a daily basis how traumas can manifest themselves into your physical body, creating dis-ease in the body.
Mm-hmm.
And I've had dis-ease with breast cancer at 26. And so all of these things that have happened, like that have caused a mental crisis in my life, was I put together? Did I show up every day? Yes. Was I inside who I wanted to be? No. So through all of those things and those modalities of EMDR and therapy and yoga and good friends, I had to start eliminating the bad. But I also had to start unlearning. You really get that program when you are a young kid, and then your parents are going based off of what their parents did, and there's just a lot of unresolved issues there. Mm-hmm. And you can look it up scientifically, like those traumas can pass down into your DNA. And when that happens, it's like a light switch. It doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to be born with all of these, trauma issues or, things like that. But it can be like a light switch sometimes. Something can happen and it can just all of a sudden raise a red flag for you.
Do you think that happens with a lot of people?
I think it happens with the majority of people that are breathing on Earth, yes. I think because we all came from our mothers. We all, think about energetically and how it works when a mom is pregnant with their baby. If she's upset, that baby picks up on that energy and that feeling and that frequency because it changes her body and how her body is reacting to the stress hormones. So even though this baby has not experienced a breath, it is already experiencing stress. And that gets into your DNA. And then that is what, it's not I'm going to blame my parents. It is just kind of, I think, on a healing level, we come into the world with these things, but we have the opportunity to heal it. And that's where the help comes from. And what the help looks like, lots of things.